Hi, folks, and welcome to Gamesline Podcast. It's me, John. I was not here last week because I went to Otakon.
Woo.
I'm sure Scott says something about like doing on-location report. No, I just took. I chilled. I had a fucking.
It was for
time.
leisure.
It was leisure. I was chilling. I mean, Maverick was there too. He's not here right now, but you know, maybe another time he could talk about it. It was fun. Rose, you're here.
Hi, I'm here. I actually the one bit of reporting you did was for me, and I appreciated
That's
it.
right.
Was that you went to that damn panel talking about?
Okay.
You can talk about it if you'd like.
I would very much like to talk about it. So yes, so I went to like 2.5 panels while I was there. One of them I went to the discotheque panel because I love discotheque a whole lot, and I wanted to see what they announced. And they announced some stuff that I didn't really know about. But you know, it's discotheque; they're always just going to announce some crazy shit. They announced some stuff that I didn't know about. Now I'm interested in. Like, hey, I'm sure you know King Gainer Rose.
Yeah,
but I saw that they just showed the opening, and I just went, all right, I gotta see this. Okay, this is on the list now, right? They got like cool like skin tight suit mechas doing the monkey. Hell yeah.
used to be a nation, a society, a world.
And then they announced a bunch of Digimon stuff, which was really exciting because they announced that they're doing the season 2 stuff, you know, Adventure 2, whatever it's called. You know, with Vmon. We all love Vmon, don't we, folks? But then they were like, oh, we have another big surprise, and we're not going to tell you what it is until we go into the viewing room. And so, I just barely got in there because I was running around doing some stuff. Because I cosplayed. I dressed up as Flynn from Shin Megami Tensei 4. And I wanted to be on the show floor longer, but my fucking glove ripped, and I had to wait for the cosplay fucking, like, emergency room to free up enough space to sew it really quickly. Which, you know, I don't want to tell people how to run their volunteer thing. You know, I'm sure that they were getting at least some sort of compensation from Otakon. I don't know. I mean, obviously I think they should just get paid. You know, I don't know exactly how it was. Hopefully they got paid. But it seemed like everyone took their break at the same time, and I don't think that's a good thing to do in any sort of situation. So, yeah, I would say stagger out your breaks. That is, I think, just good procedure in any working environment. Or at the very least, maybe just like have like a designated lunch hour, so that way it's not just like one person working on something and then everyone else just kind of sitting there like, okay, this is stupid. Like shut it down completely or stagger the breaks. Like don't anyway. I did get to see what they did announce though, and it was the tightest shit. It is that they did that they brought over all the Digimon movies that had previously got smushed together for the Digimon movie that came out over here. And they're like completely uncut and have brand new dubs with like everyone that they could possibly get to like reprise their roles. And then everyone who is new also were fantastic. My favorite part was that Bryce Papenbrook actually his father voiced Greymon in the original movie dub. But since he had passed away, they got Bryce to do it, and they were just posting on Twitter talking about it, and you know, like, Bryce is obviously like very honored that he could, you know, do something like follow in his father's footsteps basically. But the director of the dub was just saying like, yeah, like one of the first things we did was we just called up Bryce Papenbrook and we're like, hey, could you just like send us some T-Rex noises? Don't ask us what for, but just give us like an idea of your T-Rex voices. So, that was cool. But yeah, they're doing all new dubs for those, and I only got to see the first one, like the one that's just called Digimon Adventure, like with a Tai and Kairi as like little kids, and the Greymon fights Parrotmon. But they showed the other two ones as well. Like they showed Our War Game and the other one that I do not remember the name of. But yeah, they showed all of that. Which I'm kind of bummed I didn't get to see Our War Game, because I love Diaboromon. That's like my favorite Digimon. But still really excited to see that when it comes out on Blu-ray. Everyone was saying it was fantastic. Like they rewrote the dubs too, so they sprinkle in a little bit of like the flavor of the original, like the goofiness of the movie, but they did a more straight translation overall. But like that's really cool. And then also they got the rights to the Digimon movie too, so that's also going to be included. Like the smushed up, insane Smash Mouth Bare Naked Ladies version, that will still be on the disc. They said the only thing they couldn't get was the Angela Anaconda short, which is
what a loss.
It is such a loss. Like,
gotta keep divorce rates down.
Yeah, piece of shit, piece of media, ruined that one 4chan Anon's parents' wedding, or marriage, but, maybe one day when they do the 4K release, they'll put that out, because that's the cool thing about Discotek. If they put out a new release, they always try to, like, make sure that there's, like, if they missed anything, they get some stuff in. Like, they announced, like, oh yeah, we're doing, like, a 4K release of the Street Fighter 2 movie, and they were like, yeah, we found some new trailers, so we're putting those on there. Like, we didn't know these existed, now we do, now you're all gonna be able to see them. Like, sure, it's just trailers, but I just love how completionist they are. Like, that is just so, I love that. That is what I love about Discotek. Like, people talk shit about, like, lost media people. They're, and I agree for the most part. Like, a lot of lost media stuff is just kind of huffing your own farts, but I think the kind of stuff that Discotek does, where it's just like, yeah, we are getting as much of this stuff that we can as possible. So if you're a fan of this is everything. Like, they're doing fucking Cyber 6, and they got, like, I think some interviews and some, like, concept art from, like, episodes that didn't get finished, and, like, scripts and stuff. So, like, people who fucking love Cyber 6 are going to be flipping out, because they're going to be able to, like, see new stuff from that show, and it's just cool. It's cool. I just love what Discotek's doing. Like, even if it's not something that I'm personally interested in, like, I just know that the people who do care are getting treated to, like, the coolest fucking things. So I am always excited about that. And so, I talked about anime too much on here. I apologize. But the other panel that I went to, was, fucking horrible. It was one of the worst panels ever. It was these two guys, and so I saw this panel on there, and I was like, okay, I need to go see this. It's two guys. One was a Catholic, and one was a Lutheran, and they claimed that they were going to hash out the Reformation and how Tales of Symphonia, Tales of Berseria relates to it. And it was fucking insane. Like, most of the panel was just them explaining the Reformation, because, the
gamers
average
wouldn't know.
Yeah, the average dumbass anime fan would not know what the Reformation was. I'm pulling up me and Maverick talking about this to you, because yeah, we were losing it. Yeah, at one point there was just an old dude who just wandered in, who I think was at their other panels, because so the funny thing was that these guys had done previous panels. I think they had done a panel before that had just ended and cleared out, and then they were doing this. And the panel before was like some hentai panel. I don't fucking remember. Like these guys are very much just like we're gonna talk about porno at the anime convention kind of dudes. But then right afterwards they're like, but also I'm a Catholic, and I'm going to talk about Tales of Berseria. And so, yeah, they said that Velvet Crow is Martin Luther, and that Arthur was Pope Leo, and that was pretty much what like their general conceit was. The Catholic guy basically said that Arthur was in the right to sacrifice Laphicet because that's just what God said to do, and that if you're suffering, that's just how it goes because that's God's plan. And then you just answered with, "That's how you know they're a real Catholic."
Yeah. What an insane concept, like, also to, like, half-ass from everything you said. Like the idea that they were like, we're gonna sign up for our panel, what can we do? I don't know. I guess we could do this. Like, did they even feel strongly about it?
Who
guess
knows? Not. They were very obviously, like, half asleep and drunk, and that's what sucked, too. Like,
yeah.
And the funniest part was that, like, again, they barely had any fucking, like, conversation about this whole thing. They didn't even bring up fucking Magilu until I brought her up. And then they sat there for, like, 2 minutes trying to figure it out, and then they just kind of went, I guess Magilu was the head of the Jewish church at the time? And I was just like, all right, we're getting out of here.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see y'all later. Have a good one. It sucked ass, but like I was grinning like an idiot the entire time. Like fucking yeah, I was there. Yeah, it was I roomed with Maverick and Shoeless. If you all have heard Shoeless's questions on here many times. But yeah, they wanted to fucking die. Like they both had like the look of complete despair in their eyes, and I was just kind of sitting there like laughing my ass off. Like like I wasn't just like but I was just like, oh, these guys are fucking rich. This is unbelievable. This is so funny. Just great content. Second to none. Anime conventions forever. I had a good time though.
Good.
Yeah. So what have you been up to though, Rose? What's happening?
Oh, I guess it's been long enough. Well, I was on here like semi recently, I feel like, but who knows what that even means anymore. I feel like time is an illusion. I mainly was reading that damn Fate Go chapter for a really long time because they released a really long one. That took up a lot of my time, but I did play a few games. Have you started Pikmin yet?
No.
Okay. I thought that you got it though, right? You got
I own it. Yes. I have bought a handful of games that I want to play, and I mean I'm gonna get a little ahead of myself just to say like I haven't finished Raincoat yet, and it's just because I've been dragging my feet because I don't want to play more of it. I'm done. I want to be done with it. But I gotta, and there's so many other games I would rather play.
Well, at least it's, like nothing really comes out that I think's in your wheelhouse for a hot minute now, at least.
Yeah. So yeah, I do want to play Pikmin, absolutely. And I think after that I'll do Final Fantasy. I think that's what I'll do.
That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah. How do you feel about Pikmin though?
So I 100%ed it.
Wow, okay.
It was a pretty short game. I mean, like it's not short, but it's like I'd say it's like 20 hours or something to 100%, which is nice.
Okay.
Very
reasonable time.
Yeah, I think in general it's a reasonable game. That's what I came away from it with. Like it's like I think it's so easy to play. You just pick it up and you just go because it's just how Pikmin fucking works. Like, you know how it works. You know what you're going to do. You're just going to go around, explore, solve puzzles, whatever. And it's just like, I think I refer to it as high mid. Like, it's like, just like, you're not going to get anything mind blowing. You're going to have a nice time. You're just going to have a good time. And that's kind of just how I felt at the end. There's like a couple issues I had with it, which I'll just I'll get into after I say like, you know, why it's good, I guess.
Mhm.
But like basically like it's Pikmin transformed into the modern Nintendo format, for better and worse. Like I think mostly for better. Like I think most Nintendo games follow this format now that Super Mario 3D World sort of established, where
Right.
it's like it's super basic. There'll be like a couple challenging side options that are like reasonably more hard than like the base level, but it's pretty much just like you're going through, and then when you beat it or get close to beating it, you unlock like actual harder stuff. And that harder stuff has like weird restrictions to make it hard rather than making like an actually complex thing necessarily. So like in this one, like there's like a whole, you know, they have the caves and stuff like that. I would say like there are only a couple caves that I found particularly challenging in any way, but there's a whole like set of 10 challenge missions you can do where the challenge seems mainly focused on like there's a couple where it's like, hey, use the dog in these unique ways or whatever, but a lot of them are just like, do this in X amount of time, please. Like,
Right.
So yeah, I think like again, I found it really easy to play, and that's why I think it's a good one to do after Raincoat, maybe, because it's just like you just pick it up and you go around the map, you find all the items, you have the dog now, so you can just send the dog to find like treasures you haven't found yet or like areas you haven't gotten to yet. There's fun gimmicks at least for a lot of the maps, even if they don't get too crazy. The thing that I was most impressed by is there's fake credits, and then you get to do a little more or whatever.
Oh yeah, always love that.
And after those fake credits, you can fucking talk to Olimar, and Olimar's like, hey, do you want to play a game that's more like Pikmin 1 for like 3 hours? And you just play like Olimar's flashback sequences or whatever that are like Pikmin 1 style. You have a time limit and like only the 3 normal Pikmin and everything. I respected it.
Yeah, no, that's pretty rad.
So my only problems with that game were really like a couple things. One was the auto targeting in Pikmin has never been particularly good, but in this one, it's like it felt like exceedingly bad. Like, especially once you get into those timed ones, like I said, you run into situations where it's just like throwing my Pikmin and there just is nectar nearby, so they're just like all just like jumping onto the nectar instead of jumping onto this enemy and just dying or like doing all this other stuff. Right. And a lot of the challenge missions are predicated on this idea that you're not like sending your Pikmin back with like the corpses of enemies to like make more. So it's just like, just ignore them and focus on getting treasures or solving the puzzle or whatever. But the body's fucking staying there. And then the Pikmin, like, if you kill them in an unfortunate spot, it means your Pikmin are like pushing up against it for like a full 30 seconds before getting by them. And it just feels like, man, I don't know how to control the enemies dashing at me and going there when they die. You know, like a couple weird things like that that just make it like, okay, like you tried to make something hard, but you did not think about how you made this game for like really easy, basic circumstances.
Right.
My other problem was the damn dog. Honestly, as much as I like the dog, it isn't a Pikmin. And they made that dog so good that it feels like the game is more about the dog than the Pikmin. Like, you start getting the special Pikmin types from 2 and 3, like the flying ones and the poison one and all that. And it's like, why would I use that when my dog has the strength of 100 Pikmin? Like, after level 1. Right. And like my dog does more damage than the Pikmin, and my dog can find treasures on its own and dig faster than Pikmin and go underwater than Pikmin and is immune to all the elements that these specific Pikmin are. Like, it just felt like they like if they had made that dog a Pikmin dog, like a dog that is a Pikmin, maybe I'd be a little more into it. But it felt like they sort of really ignored like innovating in the Pikmin department here. The only place where they did was the glow Pikmin, and the glow Pikmin are great. I almost wish they had more stages for the night missions where you use them, because they're more like RTS defense missions. Okay. Where you like have to defend like these little like funnels against a bunch of like waves of enemies and stuff like that. The problem with that for me was just, again, I wish there was more of them, And I also wish that there was a challenge version of them like there was for the like normal format of gameplay, because it's just sort of like, all right, I beat them all. Like, there's no hard one.
I mean, that seems like something that they'll probably add as DLC, because that was something that they did
that's
for
likely.
Pikmin 3. So yeah, so I mean, it's not going to be like anything they charge for. Like, I remember for Pikmin 3, they were just like, we put out like 4 new challenge maps just randomly. There you go. Like,
okay.
There's like the multiplayer thing too. They'll probably update that, the like Dandori trials or whatever.
You know, so I like the So yeah, that was going to be my other complaint, actually, is I don't think they're bad, and I like the concept of them, but they did basically make like Pikmin versus mode from older games. I think that was in older games, right?
It was definitely in the other ones. Yeah.
It was definitely in 2, at least. But they basically made that into the main game. But like, my problem with it was genuinely they make the screen split screen, even though like it's single player. And I hate split screen in general at the best of times, and it was just like, man, why do I need to see what the fuck Louis is doing? You know, I don't need to see that. But like, again, all of those issues are like so surface level. Honestly, like, they're just like little snags, and that's what I appreciated in a timeline where I feel like most games I end up being like about something. I was just sort of like, you know, they should respect the humble Pikmin more. We don't need the dog. We need our damn little guys. I think they should have let the Pikmin henshin. I think they should have let like had the Pikmin be able to transform into large Pikmin or something for a little while. The glow Pikmin can do a spirit bomb, is why I was thinking of that.
I think that they should just, instead of giving you the dog, they should just let you have 200 Pikmin.
That would be great. I would like that too.
There's more. There you go.
It was just like so sad, because it was like, I really did feel like when you beat the super challenge modes, you unlock like the ability to like get infinite white and purple Pikmin, which is nice.
Okay.
But it's like, why would I do it? My dog can do anything. My dog can just do literally anything. So like, I just think they focused way too much on the dog, and it was like, it had the like vibe of like Miyamoto being like, this is what they love now. They love petting dog. This is the mechanic. Don't you love your dog? Like, that's my cynical, like, can you pet the dog world read of it. But because like then they're like, oh, the dog got sick, you have to help the dog. It's like, okay,
the dog gets sick, you say?
Yeah, the dog does get sick.
All right, interesting.
But yeah, it was a fun game. Nothing again, because of its like place in the world. You don't go in with crazy expectation. You're not expecting amazing writing. You're not expecting like anything, so you can just be pleasantly surprised by a lot of it. It was fun to 100%, especially with like all the lore you have for the treasures, which is always my favorite part of those Pikmin games. When it's like, what is this fucking Game Boy Micro? Oh, this is the Desk of the Gods. This is where they, revered deities.
That's right. That's so right, is the thing.
They picked insane things. Like, there was fucking Onigashima or whatever, Famicom Classics GBA cartridge that you pick up. There was fucking Wave Racer for the GameCube. There was fucking... like, the Game Boy Micro was specifically the Super Famicom version of the Game Boy Micro, or whatever. Like, the faceplate was the Super Famicom one.
Yeah.
Just insane decisions like that. I respect it.
I do too. I respect it a ton.
Yeah, I definitely say it's a fun game. If you like Pikmin, like, it's just Pikmin, straight up. It's a little easier.
I like Pikmin a lot, so I'm game. I mean, I played the demo, and the demo whipped, so...
Yeah, it's good. Though, I will say one thing that was insane that like I feel like is a reoccurring thing in Nintendo games recently is when you play the Olimar flashbacks, so was the demo just the opening of the game? Like, did you start with Olimar and everything in the house?
Yes.
Okay. You just do that whole sequence and they'd have the tutorial pop-ups and everything again, and you just do everything exactly the same when it gets to that part. And it's just like, okay, but I've like just been playing as Olimar for like 2 hours, so I kind of know how to do all this stuff. It's very odd. Just a lot of odd repetition in that game. But I mean, that's Nintendo recently. It feels like where it's like their tutorialization is like incredibly overbearing, but also like nonsensical almost. Where it's like they're giving you information at like completely random times. Like those Zelda shrines, right? Where you just learn how to like,
Right.
here's how you shoot a bow and arrow, and you're like 80 hours into the game.
Yeah.
It's so weird, but still great. I'll thank you for making the glow Pikmin, Nintendo. They're really great. I love them.
Thank you.
I'm sorry that
Glow
rain
Pikmin.
code isn't enjoyable for you.
Let me just say real quick, I'm not calling you out about this, but I'm just gonna say I don't know what the fuck is going on with the Fata Morgana writer or whatever on Twitter. Listen, you don't have to kiss ass, all right? You don't have to kiss ass. Like
they to be fair, they like they didn't play like any games until Fata Morgana. When they made Fata Morgana, like they made they made what they worked on Ghost Trick and the fucking Layton and Phoenix Wright games or whatever. And then they like hadn't read any VNs until Fata Morgana, and then after that they just started reading every VN and being like, wow, everyone writes so differently. So I bet they did not play any Danganronpa games, so this is like fascinating to them.
Yeah, this shit's fucking different, alright. It's fucking different how upset I am about this shit. Alright, well, you know what? Let's hit the big old news blob here.
Sure.
So, Evo was this past weekend, and it was fun, you know? I watched about as much of it as I could, which wasn't a shit ton, but you know what? I still had a good time. Grand Finals Day was really good. I would say I didn't much care for the ending of Marvel vs. Capcom 3 because Zero is a very boring character. People were like, "Oh man, Zero and Dante and Virgil is so boring." Like, no, you are wrong. Dante and Virgil are some of the most fun to watch top tiers in any fighting game ever. It's fucking Zero that's the problem. It's the fact that you just do lightning loops over and over again. Like, that shit sucks. Dante and Virgil take skill. Zero doesn't. I don't want to see Zero anymore. I've had enough of him. If they make Marvel vs. Capcom 4, I do not want them to put Zero in that game. If they make Marvel vs. Capcom 5, then I don't want them to put Zero in that game. He is top tier in every single fighting game he has ever appeared in. Did you know that?
That's not surprising. He's the like original cool guy. Capcom cool guy.
It's just it like I don't even dislike Zero, but I don't want to see him in a fighting game anymore. I've had enough.
They gotta put the friggin' the non-binary one in from the Game Boy Advance games instead. The Zero.
Oh,
Zero from Mega Man Zero. Yes.
Okay. Sure. I didn't know that was just. You know, I was gonna say I don't know if it's a separate character, but I don't know if I want to breach into Mega Man lore right now.
No.
It's okay.
They're probably the same. I'd have to imagine they're the same. I just mean like aesthetically and gameplay wise, they'd be different enough, you know?
Okay. Yes. Cyber elves.
Yeah, he'd have a cyber elf, right? That would change the game.
Yes, cyber elves would be different. And I also didn't. I also don't like Leffen. So that's all I have to say about that. But hey, guess what? There were a lot of announcements. A lot of games are getting updates. A lot of new stuff got shown. Man, this really felt like it was like announcements for everyone, though. Like there was something for everyone here. They kicked the weekend off just by saying, "Hey, guess what? Under Night 2."
Yeah, that's great.
Which that did get kind of I don't want to say leaked because it was like it was like Korean
teased out.
Almost. It was a Korean ratings board thing, you know. It was one of those. But But then they just came out and said it. I think there's like 2 new characters. They didn't really show too much about them. I think one of them is a lady with a gun, and the other one is a guy with a shield, like a big like gladiator shield. But then everyone else is coming back. So officially, Eltnum has been in Undernight longer than she has been in Melty Blood, which is very funny. I think that's the same for Akatsuki, but it's far funnier for Eltnum. It looks good, you know. Like there's a lot of the changes are very like minuscule, sort of like, oh, people have to like lab out to showcase it, but Undernight whips ass. I'm just down. I'm just fucking down. We got the Killer Instinct, the Xbox version, the Iron Galaxy one, is getting a update. They said that it's gonna have better matchmaking. They're gonna fix the matchmaking. They're gonna give it like 4K, like native stuff on Xbox Series. And I think they said that there's probably gonna be some gameplay updates as well. Like, I don't think they're gonna like massively overhaul things, but like a balance patch as well, which is crazy. Like that game's a decade old. Like, it is like people call the game Killer Instinct 2013 because that is when it came out. That is a 10-year-old game this year, and they are putting out a balance patch. I hope that this leads into a new one, because that game is really good. Like, Killer Instinct, I never liked any of the other Killer Instincts. That one is the only one that I like. It's very good though. On the more indie side of things, there was the new character announcement for Idol Showdown, and this one has a fucking monkey. It's a Pekora.
Nightmare Woman.
Nightmare Woman. She's going to be playable in Idol Showdown. She does look pretty fun. And then they're adding a new stage, which is Marine's Boat. So, just, you know, watch out, I guess, because that woman's even more of a nightmare. I don't know what you're talking.
Here's the thing, I respect her far more, especially after like recently she's been going off like so severely that I just have to like kneel.
The age of 30 is in demand, and she wants us all to know this.
Her insane post about how like she hit on her friend too much in high school or whatever, and then her friend was like, "You're being too real about this," or whatever. And then she's like, "My heart was broken." Anyways, that woman drew the illustration for this video or something like that. Was like, "You're insane."
She is just a real one. Like, I will never believe any of those other VTubers who are out there being like, "Oh, I'm so horny." Like, no. Marine is fucking real. She is living her fucking life. And yeah, I respect the hell out of her. She's just out there. We got new Mortal Kombat 1 characters. Reptile looks fucking sick in this game. Like, I don't care about Mortal Kombat, but Reptile looks fucking cool. His new design, he's got like he looks like a dinosaur, like crocodile looking thing. Like, he's just fucking cool. I saw the trailer while I was at work, and let me tell you, I fucking popped off when he did a fucking alligator roll on someone. I was just like, dude, hell yes, that is exactly what I want to see. There are other 2 characters that they showed. Again, I don't know anything about Mortal Kombat.
I vaguely know things.
Yeah, so the other 2 characters they announced was Ashra, who is apparently from Deception, which was a PS2 Mortal Kombat game.
Insane choice.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like, I think she looks like an angel kind of, but she's a demon. And then the other character they announced was Havoc, who let me see where he's from. Mortal Kombat Wiki, let me know. Oh, he's also from Deception. His whole thing is in this game is that he is undead, but he can like regenerate. So he just straight up like rips his own arm off to beat people with it. When he calls in an assist, he just like snaps his own neck and just sits there for a minute and then fixes it, like just cuz he can. It's nuts. Like, it's just fucking nuts. Yeah, I don't know anything about Mortal Kombat, but yeah, my Mortal Kombat fan friends were just like, bro, they're bringing fucking Havoc back. What is going on? So, you know, people are pretty stoked about this. I think they're going deep in the roster, the old rosters, and they have like the cameos too. Again, I don't recognize a lot of these characters, but like my friend was like the fucking shitty cop guy Striker. He's a cameo, and my friend was like, I love that he's like the doughy dweeb looking dude from 3, where they were still doing motion capture, so he's just like some pudgy dude in a fucking like hat, and that's pretty funny. Which, like, yeah, like, I dig that, like, they're very specifically, like, yeah, this is, like, this character from this version of the game. So, like, so, you know, you can play as, you know, like, oh, here's the new Johnny Cage, but there will be, like, an assist character who is just Johnny Cage from 2, who uses a move that he only did in 2, or something like that. Like, I think that's fun.
Yeah. I just wish that game didn't look fucking insane visually.
Yeah.
Like, all gameplay I've seen just makes it look... There's something about the way the assists look in that game where, like, I feel like in, like, MVC3 and Skullgirls, which are, like, the only assist games that I know about, sorry, they, like, teleport in or do some crazy shit when they appear. And then in, like, the Mortal Kombat game, it's, like, they're so high fidelity, and then they just run in and they punch in and they run away. It looks so fucking silly.
It's really silly. Yeah, it's like they're sitting in like fucking runner's position. Like, oh, when they need me, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, it's just I feel like there's a better way.
Yeah. And then yeah, like God, I don't want to be a fucking wuss about it, but yeah, like, even though I was saying how fucking cool Reptile was, when they showed fucking Reptile's new fatality, I was just like, ugh, that's too much for me. I can't do that. It's nasty.
Mm-hmm.
He ate someone and then like half digested them and threw them up, and I was just like, no, nasty. But I mean, I guess the good thing about competitive Mortal Kombat is they don't do that, so, you know, I could maybe at least just watch MK at Evo or something, because I mean, I did that when they were showing it for 11 at Evo, and that was pretty fun. Let's see here. King of Fighters 15, they had some new info on that. Before I say these characters' names out loud, I'm going to listen to them on this video real quick, so I don't fuck up. So I don't make a big old bungler of myself.
Mm-hmm.
Give me it. Okay, so they are introducing Najd, who I don't know. I don't know anything about King of Fighters. Also, I'm I'm sorry. And then this other character who is named Duolon. Again, no idea. Let me see if I can Google them. Also. I guess Najd is also the geographic center of Saudi Arabia, which is what came up when I typed that in. So I guess that's what she's named after. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Oh, I remember this character now. Najd. I mean, this is a character that was in King of Fighters 14. There was like a character design contest, and a Saudi Arabian artist designed her and won, and so now she was in 14, and now she's in 15. So yeah, that's that. And then let me see the other character. Duolon is Google. Tell me, please. He was in KOF 2003. And was the first male character from the Flying Brigands to resemble a handsome man. That's what
Well,
it says
alright.
on this. Yeah, all right. You got me there. You got me there.
The first.
First, someone had to do it. I don't know. They seem fine. I liked KOF 14, but I never really got in that into it. I'm more excited about the other thing they talked about, which was Fatal Fury: City of the Wolves, because
That's very
Garo.
exciting.
I love Garo, so I am so stoked that they are just like, yeah, we are making a fucking sequel to Garo. As soon as they say, y'all, we're doing the top system, that's all I need to hear. As soon as I hear that, I'm just putting my money down. I'm ready. Like, just give me that. I'm fucking good. Oh my god, I'm so stoked. I'm ready. I'm fucking ready. It looks really good too. Like the graphics look really cool. I mean, obviously it would be better if it was sprites, but you know, the art style is still pretty well captured there. They had Project L stuff there. I guess like a bunch of people were playing it, and I can't bring myself to care. Like, I'm sorry, I don't want to play the Riot game. I'm probably gonna end up playing it someday because it's free, and like some night I'm just gonna be like, I'm fucking bored and it's free and I can fuck around for a little bit on it, sure, but I'm not excited about it, you know?
Yeah.
They announced a new character. I don't fucking know who. Yasuo, I guess? That means something to somebody.
I know it. He's a samurai.
Oh, well. He's in the game.
Great.
Yeah.
I figured he would be.
Fantastic. Yeah, fantastic. You know who else is in a game? They announced a new Nick All-Stars 2 character, and it's Plankton. And he's in a big old mech. Well, big for him, I guess. So now it's like normal size for everyone else. He actually looks kind of fun, is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested in that game because I really didn't like the first one, but it seems like they actually had a budget for this one. So we'll see. They have fucking like Roman cancels in this one. Like, what's going on? And that did also confirm a leak. So I won't go into it here, but it's out there and you can look it up yourself because it's pretty crazy. But also speaking of leaks that got confirmed, yeah, Tekken 8, they revealed two new characters, well, a returning character and a new character. Raven, the guy version of Raven is back. Because in 7 it was a lady. I don't know how that worked exactly. I think they're just like in the same ninja clan or whatever. And then they introduced a new character, Azucena, who is a Peruvian lady who loves coffee. And that is like her entire personality. She's just like, y'all, I made some coffee. Who wants coffee? And I mean, she does look, she looks interesting. Like, I guess she's got like a thing where she can like enter a mode where she just like kind of automatically dodges everyone's moves and can react to them.
Women be entering modes.
Women be entering modes. That is true. She drinks the 100th cup of coffee like Fry in that one episode of Futurama and then just moves super speed, I guess. But yeah, that also confirmed another big old leak. Like, I guess the whole roster is out there now for Tekken 8. Again, not going to go too far into it, but I know a lot of people who are just like, damn, they cut like a lot of mainstays, it seems like. So, I mean, I'm sure they'll probably be back for DLC, but yeah, it's a big roster though. Like, it seems like they're just like rotating stuff around. I don't know, we'll see. Grand Blue Versus is out November 30th, which is I think that's just Thanksgiving this year, right? Yeah, it's the last Thursday.
I'm pretty sure.
That is, it's out Thanksgiving. They didn't go too far into the details, really. Like, it was mostly just stuff that they had already talked about. I think they did announce like a new character earlier. Because I know that they had previously announced Nier. I know that character got announced.
Yeah. They announced someone else. I can't remember.
I'm trying to see. Siegfried? No,
that was in that for sure. Yeah, there's no way.
I guess he was a new character before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to see who else got announced. I think they teased someone else. I don't know. Um, I got it.
I know they announced Anila and shit before.
Let me see here. Grand Blue Fantasy Versus.
I see Grimnir.
Season 2. Other. No, okay, Rising. Let me see. Returning characters. Okay, new characters. It says Anila, Siegfried, Grimnir. Oh yeah, okay, and then Nier. I guess maybe they didn't announce another character. Okay.
Oh.
All right. But yeah, and they showed the fucking the Fall Guys minigame thing that looks insane.
Second Fall Guys thing to be added to a thing recently.
Yeah, I mean, they announced this one before though. Like they announced this one like with the cool thing is that they also announced that they're gonna have a free version of the game as well. Sounds like it's gonna just be like they said that it's gonna have 4 characters. I don't know if that means there's gonna be like a rotating thing, or if there's just gonna be like, I don't know, like Gran, Jita, and like 2 other characters or whatever. I don't fucking know. Which, I mean, hell, honestly, that's not that, because like Gran and Jita are like 2 of the best characters in the original version. So I'm sure, like, even if you just play the for free version, you're fine. But they said, like, yeah, you'll be able to play with everybody, and you'll even be able to play the fucking Fall Guys mode. Like, the full Fall Guys mode is in it. So there you go. Like, that seems like a pretty good deal to me. Just play the free version. No, I'm pretty stoked about that game, especially because, yeah, like I fucking loved Grand Blue Versus, but that game was ruined by not having rollback, and then now it has rollback. That is exactly it. Like this is the game now. Like this is probably the fighting game I'm the most excited about right now, honestly. Like I am excited for a lot of this, but Grand Blue is definitely the one that I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking go in on this for sure. And then the last 2 things were, they announced 2 characters for 2 big fighters. The next Guilty Gear Strive character is going to be Johnny. Not too surprising. He doesn't have coins anymore. He like throws cards now because he's a gambler. And he has
coins are out of favor now.
And he has no nipples, and it's very fucked up looking.
That's body horror to me when I saw its damn art with all his weird like thoraxes.
Yeah, his art is pretty fucked up looking. Yeah, like don't get me wrong, like other iterations of Johnny that I've seen, I was like, yeah, like I get it. Like I get why people think he's hot, but like this one, I'm just like, yeah, no, he looks like some sort of bug. Like his torso looks like it is chitinous. Very fucked up.
Baki character.
Yeah, something like that. And then she was already previously announced, but they showed footage of Aki from Street Fighter 6, the poison lady, who I guess is Fong from Street Fighter 5's like student. Obviously not as insane as Fong. I don't think she's gonna do any like bird moves or anything like that. And everyone keeps saying that they can fix her, and no, that's not going to happen.
There's nothing you can do.
I just think that she's mean. Like I said, I would not get along with her. Like I don't think that I want to interact with her very much. Like she just seems like she would be very mean.
Not nice.
Not nice. I want to have a nice conversation with some interesting friends. Which Street Fighter character do you want to have a conversation with, Rose?
I've genuinely never been into Street Fighter. I don't know very much about it. I just know that I love Sakura, so it's just Sakura.
I mean, she does work at an arcade.
Yeah.
I'll probably talk to her about the games.
She's get a gamer.
It. Yeah. I could probably also have a fucking conversation with Sakura, and we would just be like, ugh, customers. Am I right?
Yeah.
That would be the conversation we'd have. Oh yeah. God, I'm just trying to imagine the type of. I mean, I want to talk to Blanca. Like the fucking.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
The jungle wisdom. Like he would just sit there and just be like, "Listen, the apple doesn't fall far from the banana tree, and I would just be like, dude, you are so right.
He's so smart. Just down to earth.
Exactly. That's the Evo rundown, folks. Yeah, it was a lot. Like, just looking at this list, like, goddamn, that's a lot of news from like one weekend. And all of it was pretty cool. Oh, actually, no, I missed one little detail about the Street Fighter stuff. One little thing. They showed off some new outfits for some of the characters. And of course, everyone flipped out over Jury's because she's got like jammies. She's like, yeah, she's wearing a Kigurumi, and man, I did not fucking notice that her hair is coming out of the top of the Kigurumi, like she's got hair holes. That's pretty good. That's really good.
That's a good design.
And also, apparently, the spider on the back of it is not just like a design. It is a living spider. She's just got a tarantula on the back of her jammies.
With a fucking like sweater on or something.
Yeah. But then from what I gathered, I think the other costumes were like the outfits that they were shown wearing in their like story mode things. Like Guile's wearing that outfit from when he took his daughter to the concert. Marisa's got like a wedding dress. And then DJ just got like a fucking cool ass like musician ass outfit. Apparently, yeah. There's like a logo for DJ Fest. Like, yeah, dude's got a would DJ host Firefest in the Street Fighter universe, the greatest thread of all time. And then the last thing too is that they announced that there's going to be a Street Fighter 6 and TMNT crossover. They said that there's going to be some kind of like costumes and like poses and stuff for your avatar. You know, I don't think it's going to like extend out to like any kind of costumes for the characters, but I think it'll just be like, yeah, if you're like story mode avatar, you could dress up as the turtles and like maybe like have some of their moves or something. I don't know.
Disturbing.
I mean, they did announce it with this really sick Shinkiro art, and they also had like the Capcom sound team like out like playing music, and they played the TMNT theme, and that was pretty fun. Cool stuff. I gotta see that new movie.
Yeah, people have been saying it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I don't like that they gave Donatello nerd glasses.
You're just afraid of the truth.
Just playing into the stereotype. Nerds can wear contacts too, okay?
Alright. Rose, tell us about some more games that you've been playing. Let's hear from you.
Sure. You talking about that Street Fighter stuff actually did remind me that I haven't been able to play a lot of it because it crashes every 30 minutes for some reason. So it's sort of harshed our vibes playing it, but I've gotten a couple of my friends into playing Exoprimal every now and again. And if that game didn't crash, I would have a much better opinion of it because I think it's pretty fun. I was saying the Street Fighter Connection because they have that insane Ryu playable character class coming out.
He's in
like a month. Yeah. He has like his own custom moves and everything because he does a Hadoken.
Huh.
Disturbing. Anyways, I think that game's pretty fun. That's all I can say about it. Because again, the thing I was appreciating about it was I think like a lot of people like immediately turned off because they like did like 3 matches and they were like, oh, it's just the same every time or whatever. But they did an insane thing in that game where it's like because you progress through the story by playing the multiplayer or whatever.
Right.
You unlock new game modes and maps and things randomly happen and change all the time in the multiplayer because of that. So like new game modes just randomly happen as part of a story event and then that's in the rotation and stuff like that. And the game feels good to play, runs really good. I just do not know why it crashes for me and one of my girlfriends whenever we play. Exactly 30 minutes in every time. Crazy.
Huh.
That's the Game Pass version, though, so I don't know if it's better anywhere else, but I reinstalled it today to see if that would do anything. But
we would hope.
We'll see. It seems fun. I really like it. I want more PvE games like that. Like, I want more, like, Left 4 Dead, for lack of a better comparison, multiplayer experiences. Because all the ones that do exist are fucking live service horseshit, like Destiny and things like that, where it's like, and this is live service, don't get me wrong, but it has a vision, and it's a lot more focused on making a multiplayer game rather than making, a multiplayer experience in quotation marks. A lot of those games. Yeah. The other Capcom thing that I played that I can segue into, I played all of Ghost Trick, which I had never played before.
Okay. Wow, that's a little surprising, but sure.
Yeah, I had played the first couple chapters like forever ago, and then I lost my copy of it. So then it sort of like harshed my vibes on it, on playing it again. But yeah, I was like, you know what? This new remake, let me do it. And that game's great. It's so good. It's just, it's exactly what you want out of the Ace Attorney team trying something different.
Right.
I really liked how you can tell that lineage is there because everything works in like fake legalese logic almost.
Right.
Like everything's predicated on this idea of like determining that it like works within the scopes of the system and creating like a rule set for it, and then constantly being like, but that's bullshit. That's just people just said that's true. It's not true. Like Ace Attorney does all the time. It's just really funny seeing that applied to like the detective end of things. Characters are all great, especially animation wise. I love that they made every single character have an animation quirk that's unique to them, with like specific Foley work and sounds, just like Ace Attorney translated into the full 3D, much better than I think honestly those early 3D Ace Attorney were. And I think that's partly just because they have that specific style, right? That very deliberate, like low res polygon for the character models and stuff like that help it, as opposed to those Phoenix Wright games where they were trying to be HD, quote unquote, out of the gate.
Right.
Yeah, I really liked it. I love all the twists. It's great. It's very silly. It's just it knows what it wants to do and accomplishes all that. I liked that it was not too long. I liked that it was like around the same length as an Ace Attorney game, pretty much. I liked how I could see, I said it earlier, but like I liked how I could see the lineage of my favorite game, Fata Morgana, in that they are very, very, very similar games, format wise, and with like backwards writing and stuff like that, of like figuring out like how to make everything make sense for later things that make sense. Like, I love the things in that game, like, without getting into spoilers for it, even though I know it's a fucking, 13-year-old video game. Right. Like, the way that, like, a ton of conversations become contextualized at the ending is very, very funny.
It's really good.
Just like, oh, that's why these characters are so fucking dumb. Except for Lynn, who is my favorite character in that whole thing. There is no reason for her to be that dumb. She is just naturally gifted.
She just is, baby. That's right.
That was great. I really love it. The soundtrack especially. Holy shit. Like, I know Ace Attorney is good, but damn. Capcom, please get back to this. I'm begging you. Get back to making shit like this all the time. You're on a good track right now. You really are.
Really are.
You gotta double down. You gotta fucking give Shu Takumi something insane to do. Yeah. I sort of blew through that one. It was very fun. I liked how there's breezy. So much just like versatility in what you can do also. So like when you can like replay a sequence and like just do an insane joke bit almost, and then they'll all react to it. Yeah. The only other thing I've been playing was Tactics Ogre Reborn, which I can quickly go over also, which
sure.
I think Scott's talked about it on here before when he was playing it earlier late last year, whenever it came out. I don't fucking remember, but it's Tactics Ogre, which is cool. It's awesome to have a strategy RPG that like fully goes into like performing it as a play, like written exactly like a play and like delivered like a play and stuff like that. It's a great tactics game for showcasing like how versatile a lot of tactics games used to be. You know, I think FF Tactics Advance 2 was like one of the last ones that really like let you go fucking insane with all the different like Final Fantasy Tactics has this, but Tactics Ogre, for the sake of me playing it right now, I can say like you can recruit a ton of dragons, you can recruit griffins, you can recruit cockatrices, you can recruit octopuses, you can recruit fairies and evil fairies and golems and skeletons and all this bullshit, and you can just make insane teams out of all of them. And then they have like custom traits for like when you're recruiting an enemy golem, you're not actually recruiting them like you talk to another unit. You have a specific spell that only witches can use where they're overwriting the spell that controls the golem with a stronger one.
That's pretty baller.
Like,
yeah.
It's just like stuff like that, like where it's like, yes, gameplay wise, it is functionally identical, right? But it's like
flavor, baby.
It's like a flavor. It's the flavor, and I feel like so many tactics games just followed the Fire Emblem path. And Fire Emblem's good, don't get me wrong, but like it owns, okay? Like it owns to just have dragons.
The flavor.
Like even let's have a bunch of different colored dragons that are all different elements. Fuck it, and like different body shapes for the elements, even though they're all gameplay wise identical. It's just the flavor. It's great. And that's been making me like, well, like, damn, I wish we could go back to that SNES PS1 era where like people were going fucking crazy, and now everything has to be HD and crazy and my only problems was something that Scott has definitely talked about with this game is they made a bunch of changes that are like really weird. And like on the surface, they seem good, but then when you get like actually like working within the game systems, like in a late game situation, you realize like they did not think about it enough. So they added a level cap, basically, that you increase every time you beat like a major boss. And that's cool because it means that you aren't just grinding forever and then making the game stupid easy, you know? So it feels like there is a structured difficulty for every level. However, they did not change the design of the actual maps to accommodate for this, and some of those maps are basically encouraging you to have grinded before that, even though you can't anymore. So there's like specifically like a bunch of there's like one in the early game that's what, but I'm gonna say like in the middle of the game, there's a lot of them where they're like, be ready for this, make sure you're super ready for this, and it's like, okay, but like super ready back in the day meant you would go do some grinding or something, like training, level your people up to be like higher than the level or something like that, or like have like one good unit or something like that. And now you just can't do that. So those fights are just super hard. And there's no difficulty settings in the game, so that makes it a little off-putting to some people, I'd imagine.
Right.
But then there's also just a bunch of little things, like they removed some classes and spells and stuff like that, and then like added a couple others. But like there's this weird thing where like I cannot recruit a fairy yet in my game because they made all the fairies in until the last chapter of the game rogues, and they removed rogues as a playable class. So they just don't let me recruit those fairies because they're rogues, because rogues aren't supposed to be playable. And it's just like, there's a bunch of little weird things like that scattered throughout. That's like, it's just so weird where it's like, so you went out of your way to like, think about like adding this cool level, you know, level system and like removing classes that were like extraneous, but like you didn't like do all the work for it, you know? Like, and it's like, I don't know what the time constraints would be on just, you know, porting the PSP version. This is mostly like, it just feels like weird to be like, if I was recommending someone to play Tactics Ogre, I would just fucking tell them to play the PSP version, probably, because it's like, it's just odd. The only thing that I think this version has over the other ones is it has like a thing when you beat the game where you can go back and do all the routes with all your characters that you already had.
Right. Okay.
Which is a really good change. But again, it's like there are a lot of things that add up over the course of it, that nothing that like totally ruins the game or anything. It's just so like, just like, why would this happen? Especially in the era where like they've done good remasters and remakes and stuff like that. Like that Live Alive, right? Like they just did that. Square Enix. And like they didn't change anything weird in the gameplay there.
Yeah.
Oh.
They arguably they arguably improved it because
Yeah.
they made Megalomania a better song. I'm just gonna say.
It's the same thing with those that FF12 remake, right? Like it's just straight up better because it has the international version included and the speed ups and shit like that. Like this has like barely even a speed up is a problem. Like it has double speed, and I would argue it needs like quadruple speed or at least something. Um, but I mean, it's still really cool. It's a really great like history piece to see. And I just sort of wish that I'm hoping, because more tactical RPGs are coming out these days, and I'm hoping that this being more present in the mind as being semi-recent, like makes people go, oh wow, this old thing. Oh wow, this is cool. We should put dragons in all our games. We should let you recruit dragons, and we should let you like have 30 griffins. And I'm just doing insane shit right now where it's like when I go to like farming maps for like money and stuff like that, I basically just put them all on auto AI. And then just like release like 8 dragons out there. They just like run around just destroying everything, which is really fun. But yeah, I don't know if I can recommend it in good conscience, this remake, but like if you're someone who has already played the PSP version in the past and like you're like, oh, I want to play it again, then maybe you'd want to play this just for that new game plus style thing I mentioned, because it's like a timeline, which I really like, where it's like you beat the game and then you unlock a timeline board where it's just like, hey, here's where a branching path where you could have done this or whatever. Maybe you should check that out, like stuff like that. It's neat.
I'm glad you're having a great time.
Yeah.
Let's hit a couple of other news bits here. Let's hear. I feel like most of the rest of this stuff is just insane shit going on.
Yeah.
Most of this is just insane shit. All right, first insane thing. Hey, did you know that Mario Kart and Splatoon on the Wii U just didn't have online for a while, but then they brought it back?
I really liked the so what happened was I think like there were hackers or something. So they took it down to like fix it. And then like that was like March or something. And then
they
it just went up like
they had one dude. They just had one dude doing it, I guess.
Yeah, probably. But the thing that I really liked about it was their wording of their response was like a really mad parent, sort of. Like when they put it back online, they were like, just so you know, I'm not going to do this every time. If you hack it again, maybe we won't fix it. And it's like, dog, who are you talking to? The hackers aren't going to listen. Like, what is this, like, weird, like, all right, if you guys need to all work together and teach the hacker to be a good person, or we're not letting you play Splatoon 1 anymore. Very funny.
Crazy.
Who's playing Splatoon 1? Really? I just want to talk.
Yeah,
like,
what's
just fucking
going on?
Play Splatoon 2 if you're going to be a weirdo. Like,
Yeah. Speaking of playing old games, they're doing a port of Red Dead 1 or Redemption 1, I should say, to PS4 and Switch.
Insane console choices also, but I guess like you don't need to make one for Xbox. When I was thinking about it.
Yeah, it's already backwards compatible on Xbox. Like they just it's already on Xbox right now. But I don't know what they're doing. Like it's 30 FPS. It's running how it's running. I did see that like pretty much immediately some people were like, "Yeah, no, I have a homebrewed PS5 and I can play Red Dead 1 60 FPS right now." So, I don't know.
It's just such a $50 is an insane price point. First of all, which I'm seeing more and more. Like this Tactics Ogre one that I'm playing is $50. I got it from GameFly, but it's $50, which I think was insane for that one. Also, but this one especially is like, this is a 13-year-old video game, and you did nothing to it. You actively removed things from it. In fact, because it doesn't have the multiplayer and everything. Like it doesn't even run better. Also, like, it's just insane. It's like, it makes you wonder what took so long, genuinely. with this, because people have been asking for this since the fucking PS4 came out, basically. Like, I do not understand what took so long just for basic Red Dead. Like, I will not be stunned if these come out and they're like technical messes somehow or something.
Yeah.
Because, like, Rockstar's recent things have not been quite impressive, let's say, with those GTA packs and stuff like that. The 1 through 3 or whatever the fuck that was recently.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Not good.
Actively releasing a worse version of San Andreas than the one that was available? Like, to what end? For who?
Somebody, I guess. Next insane thing. We got news about Anthony Fantano.
Great.
So,
oh yes, I did hear about this.
It's a crazy story, but it is also like legitimately interesting, and like I hope this shakes out in a way that is good for society, but I don't fucking know. So basically, what happened is that Anthony Fantano is being sued by Activision because he made some form of meme video where he was getting upset at a clip of pizza getting cut into smaller and smaller slices, and he just starts yelling, "That's enough slices! It's enough slices!" And he put the audio of that onto the TikTok audio library so people can use it in their own memes. And then Activision used that audio in a clip for the new Crash Bandicoot party game. And so Anthony Fantano requested for compensation for using it in an advertisement, and Activision responded to that with a lawsuit. So,
normal
I
world.
mean, it's a layered thing because, like, yeah, like, I don't know, like, obviously I think that people who make things should be compensated for their work, but then there's just, like, this question of, like, he put it up for anyone to use. Does that also include businesses, or is there some sort of line here? Because like yeah, like he just put it out there, you know. Like it's not like this is something that like he made and then, you know, Activision stole from him, like took from him that he didn't release to the public. Like he explicitly said, like, "Hey, here's this, go nuts." And then Activision did, and then he's just like, "Oh no, but not you." Like, where is the line, I suppose? So I'm interested to see how this goes. Fucking crazy though. Like, just the sentence, Anthony Fantano is being sued by Activision for a meme audio.
Yeah.
Just off the shits.
I think, like, I wonder if the situation would have happened if it was another game company other than Activision. Also, like, I feel like Activision specifically is, like, so used to, like, stealing work like that to an extent and, like, doing insane things and awful stuff, and that it's, like, it makes sense to go after them. Like, I do think that it's, like, it really speaks to the nature of how bad copyright law is, right? Like, in general,
right.
Like,
yeah,
just how awful it is, because it's like a type of thing where it's like, if we wanted to have an idealistic copyright system in a world where, you know, the whole system actually is a thing that could ever work, there would be like a, like, you know, public use versus commercial use case,
right?
But there's just no. With how fast the internet exploded and all this stuff, the legislation's just not there at all.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, no one ever stopped to consider it. So it's just like, in this case, like, yeah, it totally makes sense. But also it's like, how do you even support that? Like, yeah, it is very complicated. I hope Activision loses in every circumstance, though.
Yeah.
I cannot believe they're gonna fucking do that merger.
I'm just imagining Anthony Fantano, like, messaging Phil Spencer and just being like, "Yo, Cut this shit out. Was it like, oh god, I'm trying to remember. I think it was. This is kind of off topic, but just I think it was Drake like DM'd Anthony Fantano on Instagram, like telling him to shut up because like Anthony Fantano like made fun of him or something. Like that's hilarious. Oh my god, what a fucking character. All right, let's see here. So this one isn't a an insane story. I wanna save this last cuckoo story for last. Feminist Frequency is shutting down after 15 years. If you recognize the name, you'll probably recognize it because of the Tropes versus Women in Gaming YouTube series that really lit a fire in the mainstream games coverage industry. It's one of those things where it's like, of course, there have always been people making these sorts of contributions to criticism, arguably before, during, and after better, but this was the like first mainstream one. And so, it definitely changed like the mainstream outlook of games as a whole. Through a lot of strife. And so it is very understandable why she's just like, yeah, I'm good. I'm done.
Yeah, I didn't. So to keep it real, like I didn't even know they were still functioning.
Yeah,
I knew that they had a website. Like that was it. I didn't know they were actually doing things on it at all. Or anyway, I think like it does say a lot. I think I can't remember if Solon or Elvie said this, but it does say a lot that like a lot of her criticism was like very like surface level stuff, like just the most basic thing.
Yeah, like it was just
you were saying, but like the idea that like she couldn't get away with that, but like every dude ever can, right? Like that's really the.
I mean that is the thing that is so frustrating. Or that was like looking back on it, it's frustrating. It's frustrating now, and like it's frustrating today. A lot of the times where like a lot of this criticism can't get past that initial surface level thing because when someone starts that conversation, it continuously gets stopped by people just being like shitheads about it, and it's just like we could be going so much further. We could be having much deeper conversations if we didn't have to constantly circle the wagons because again, like I said, like I when I was younger, obviously I had a lot of growing up to do, so feminist frequency was something that was like a big revelation. But like now that I'm older, now that I've talked to a lot of really smart people, like I mean you included, like yeah, it's very surface level and it gets a lot of stuff wrong, and it's the kind of thing where like I wish that people could have like a conversation with people like Anita Sarkeesian, with people who do this sort of surface level thing, and there could be this evolving conversation. But instead, it has to be like they rightly have this fear of if you're coming at them with critique, it's just like, well, you could just be someone who's gonna say that they want to kill me, you know, and it's not fair, but like also how can you blame them? Because that is like 95% of the people coming at them are just hateful, and then the other 5% are just caught in the crossfire, but you just can't blame them because like that's 5%, like. But that's what sucks is because it keeps the industry in this like stalled place a lot, and so that's what I hope that people are more willing to just listen to each other and work together and come to an understanding. But yeah, I mean, again, like I do think that it is worth highlighting that it was a start mainstream wise. That I think led to some good important things.
Definitely. I wish people could be normal online. Like even
Yes.
I've like done everything in my power to basically like isolate the potential for people to be insane to me
Mhm.
these days. But
Right.
they still creep through. They
Yeah.
still like appear, and it's just like, yeah, I implore anyone who ever thinks that like that stuff is definitely not that bad to just, you know, ask a woman games journalist what their DMs might look like.
Mhm.
And that'll be enough of a picture for you.
For sure, for sure. And then yeah, the last bit of news here. Okay, so I do not know who Kai Cenat is.
I didn't
They're
either. I was like, how does this always happen?
they're a Twitch streamer. And apparently he showed up at Union Square Park in New York and said he was going to give away PS5s and gaming PCs and a bunch of other stuff. And the crowd was so large and so excitable that it quickly became a riot, and the cops basically just carted him off, like picked him up and carried him off to prison for inciting a riot.
Uh,
Fucking insane. Yeah, it was not a permitted event, you know, it like hundreds and hundreds of people. I guess he's the most subscribed to Twitch streamer, it says. Um yeah, like I had this moment a bit ago because I drove by a billboard that had a U2's figure for some content creator that I did not recognize. And I just sat there, and you know how people are always like, "Oh, I feel so old." Oh, and I'm just like, I could learn about these people. I don't want to. You know, like that's the difference. Like this stuff doesn't make me feel old. This just makes me be like, yeah, this is just not my speed. And also, most of these people are fucking awful anyway. Like,
I'm not going to get on my insane, communism ranting, but like genuinely, like if there is anything that represents capitalism more, it is the fact that all these motherfuckers get treated like they matter.
Yeah.
Like that they have anything to offer. Like none of them have anything. They're just
No.
people with money who just have always had money forever. And they can just do whatever the hell they want with it because it doesn't mean anything to them.
I mean, again, like, people showed up to this thing not because they were like, oh, excited to meet this guy. They showed up in the riot was incited because they wanted to get a free PS5. Like, that's it.
Because that's what you have to do in the current climate and system is you have to fucking hope that you randomly get luckily chosen by one of the chosen few to get a luxury. I need to do something about Twitch.
Yeah.
If you're a Twitch streamer and you reach a viewer threshold, you need to be put somewhere.
Except for Germa, because I think he's already been put somewhere.
I mean, I feel like that's the thing is, he's like the gladiator. He's already forced into the arena to fight for everyone's amusement.
Yeah. It's just crazy to me, like, seeing him interact with other people, though. Like, it's, like when he's like, oh, I'm on, like, Ludwig's stream, I'm just like, why? Like, you're, like,
yeah.
like, it's like unleashing like a wild hog onto the Academy Awards red carpet. Like, what's going on? Why is it there? Like, even if it's well behaved, you're still like, dude, this fucking hog is here. What's going on? Like, I can't see Germa, like, when Germa does crossovers, unless he's doing something with like Vinny Vine Sauce or something. Like, that's fine.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, they're both insane men.
Yeah.
Okay, so to wrap this up, I guess I'll mention the other little things that I've been doing. So I did play some stuff at Otakon. I could just mention real quick. Played some of that Twinkle Star Sprites.
Nice.
Game fucking whips. That is one of the games of all time, for sure. Again, I told this person to their face. I said it on Twitter, but I'm just going to say it one more time. The person who was in line to play the Theater Rhythm arcade game, playing Theater Rhythm on their Switch, you are the fucking best. Like, please, just know you're the best out there. And then I also played some Chuni Them Gold, which I had played the original Chuni Them, so that's at the arcade near me. But there's an updated version, and that version has the Kill Me Baby theme song on it, and the regular one doesn't. So I need them to update the one near me. I need them to update that post haste, so I can every day after work I can go over there, play the Kill Me Baby theme song, and then go home, because I think that'll help fix me a little bit. I think that'll rearrange my brain cells a little bit. And I mean, it was cool just to see like how big and how like well run that setup was, though. Like, they had a lot of stuff, a good variety. Like, they had the fucking Nintendo Popeye arcade game there. I was just like, dude, like, who the fuck's playing that? Someone's playing it. Fuck it, like, yeah, someone's playing this shit. Who cares? I'm down. I'm ready. Let's go. Who cares? It's here. That's what I want to see. That's the kind of shit I want to see. And then my last thing is, folks, I bought a CRT.
Hell yeah.
I saw on Facebook someone selling this like really nice 20-inch Panasonic, and I hooked up the PS2 to that, and let me tell you, oh my god. Like, I'm not somebody who cares too much about visuals. Like, as long as I can see it, it's fine. Like, if it looks really nice, but like, man, yeah, the bump in quality was obvious, and all the text is not blurry anymore. That is the number one reason. I spent $50 on this TV so I could have non-blurry text for all the JRPGs that I'm playing on my PS2. Got Metal Saga, which is just wild. You're just driving around in tanks and shit, and shooting people, and giant flowers that shoot missiles at you. Crazy shit. I'm just stoked to play more PS2 games on. I could finally I could finally play my copy of Guitar Man. I can actually play it now, and it'll work right. Spent like $75 on that shit, which was a steal. And now I get to actually play it. That's how we do it. This is the right way to go. I am so ready. This is classic gaming for real now. I am at my full power, or at least close to full power. I don't know if there's like more upgrades I can get, but at the very least, for now, I am satisfied. I don't need anything else. Maybe one day, maybe if I get some crazy job, I'll be someone who owns like one of those retro tinks or whatever. Someday. For now, I am happy to have a CRT in my home for CRT gaming. Very excited about that specific one there.
If I have one regret, especially from things that I spent money on over the years, one would have to be I had this insanely huge, obviously this would be impractical and I would have no way of transporting it ever in the modern era, but I had this fucking huge CRT. Massive. Ooh. It was like one of the last CRTs probably made by like Toshiba or whatever. And it was really nice, and it had like so much fucking shit in it that was great. Like, it was awesome. But I was so like tricked by everyone in that era to be like, you need an HD TV. You need to get an HD TV. So when I was working, I fucking was like, all right, I'll finally buy an HD TV in like 2014 and then replace that CRT. And it's like, shouldn't have fucking done that.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have done that at all. It was so good.
I mean,
so good.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, like, I don't know about getting a gigantic one, but it seems like prices on CRTs have gotten lower. Like, I remember a couple of years ago. I remember a couple years ago, you couldn't what I bought for $50, that shit was going for like $250. So I think we're at like a normal price range now, I feel. Yeah, I mean, is there anything else you want to touch on, or do we want to hit the question and wrap this bad boy up?
Probably. I don't think I've been, like I said, I have not been doing it. I read that whole fucking Fate Go chapter for like ever. That one that's like as long as Fate Stay Night.
How you feeling about it? I mean, obviously, I think if you're reading it like crazy, I think you'll dig it, or you're digging it, right?
I finished it all. I thought it was great. They released it in like 3 parts and everything. It's really, really good because Nasu wrote it.
Right.
And
they got the band back together, as it were.
Yeah. And I think they really thought about everything with it. It was the type of attention that Fate Go, when they pay attention, it's like so fucking good. And you're like, oh man, like they're thinking about everything. Like they fucking acknowledged like things from Fate Stay Night in this one.
Sure.
Which was like they never use the fucking thing of like, hey, here's the like future like the original conceit of Fate Stay Night, Archer is Shiro from the future or whatever, because you can summon servants from any time or whatever. But like when they say summon servants from any time, they just mean you can summon past ones or whatever, like always. But then they were like, you know what, we're gonna do the concept again, and I was like, hell yeah. Yeah, it's really good. It's really, really good. It makes me really wish Fate Go was a normal video game that people could play and just read the whole story of.
Hey, you know what? That's why I'm pretty stoked for Samurai Remnant.
Samurai. Yeah, that's pretty soon. I'm excited for that, especially because it seems like there's a bunch of Fate Go stuff in there. Good to see it in a normal world.
That's right.
The thing that has me really excited is this won't affect me for like 2 years, but the summer event in the Japanese version of Fate Go this year, also written by Nasu and is a sequel to this most recent chapter in the English version.
All right.
So it's going to be crazy. That Oberon guy is awesome. I love him. He's so fucking funny. It made me realize that I need to watch more of March Comes In Like a Lion Extremely. It's the same artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wish... I'm happy to see that the more normal Fate games are coming out, basically. Like, we're getting Tsukihime Remake over here soon. We got fucking Mihoyo, which was insane. I could not believe we got Mihoyo. That was great. And, what's that other one? Fate Extra.
Yeah.
That Fate Extra game's coming out next year, probably. So, it's great. There's a Fate Extra, the old one, CCC translation, coming out soon.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very excited for that one. Because that seems to be, like, one of the most insane ones. In terms of depth, like, I think there's, like, so many routes in it and everything, so, like...
Yeah, I keep seeing, like, people retweeting, like, how many, like, how much they've translated, and they're just like, yeah, we're on page like 11,000 out of 33,000 or some shit. Yep. It's just like, all right. Okay.
I'm excited because that's the game that was the first ever game that the woman who took over writing for Final Fantasy XIV a few years ago, that was the first ever game she wrote, because she wrote Elizabeth Battery.
Okay.
And I'm excited to see that her like style in that format and stuff. And BB. Also, this is the BB game. Like,
we love BB
insane.
Here.
Yeah, BB's great. I'm happy to see Fate is becoming progressively more accessible, because it's fucking insane if you think about, they have never released Fate Stay Night in English. Like, it's genuinely just insane to think about that, like, conceptually. Like, one of the most influential games ever, probably.
Yeah, and like you think about, because like, and people always keep cracking the fucking jokes about it, the eroge or whatever, but like there are so many like games that did have eroge elements that have been brought over here that are just the non eroge versions. Like, they just released that, and shit over here. They made
one for the PSP.
And they made like Fate. Multiple ones. I think there's a PS2 version. Yeah, there's a PSP one. Like, there's multiple versions they could just bring over here. Like, crazy that it doesn't just exist yet. Like, they're like, I don't know. Maybe I'm being crazy about this, but like the only thing I could think of is maybe they're just going like, yeah, after we finish the Tsukihime remake, we're gonna remake Fate Stay Night, and that's when we'll bring it over. Like maybe then, but then that's not gonna come out until like after the heat death of the
2045.
So, yeah, like it's.
I'm already dying. I cannot believe they fucking waited 12 years to release Tsukihime remake, and then it's the 2 weakest routes. Like, as the Tsukihime insane person. Like, I like all of them, but it's like, I get why you do the Arc and Seal first, because they're like the main women, but it's like, all of the story is in those other ones that aren't going to come out for like 8 years.
And because it's taking so long, they can't fucking put Eltnum in Melty Blood.
Eltnum's in Fate Go.
She is. She's not in fucking Melty. Like, straight up, like pro Melty Blood players like went up to the team and they were like, "Hey, yo, when's Eltnum coming out in Melty?" And they were just like, "We'll fucking do it. Nasu won't let us." Like, they just straight up were just like, "We wanted to put her in. Nasu said no." Just.
Oh, I need to actually. That reminded. Nasu needs to be stopped from calling her Altria Pendragon. Also,
yeah,
like that. He does not stop, and it's so bad. It's so bad. They started like officially translating shit, and then they're just like watching them replace the Arturia with Altria is like,
Dude used Google Translate once and then decided that was fucking scripture for some reason. Like, just nuts.
It's insane for a dude like him. Also, is the thing that I think about, like, dude who reads like 7 billion folklore and shit, like, to learn like every possible Arturian legend that has ever existed, and then is like, yeah, Altria,
yeah, King Arthur,
yeah, King Arthur,
yeah.
Not to be confused with Ulthur, who's an unrelated. Dumb as hell.
Insane man.
Insane. Yeah, sorry for the fate tangent.
No,
always
it's fine.
Thinking
it's
about
fine.
that damn thing.
It's all good. It's all good. We love to talk about Fate on here.
No, I'm glad that they seem to really keep working on that Melty Blood game, because when that came out, the new one, it was like, it seemed like, in a lot of ways, and it seems like they've gradually been making it better.
I mean, I think they're pretty much done with it, especially because they're moving on to Under Night too. But
yeah,
it's a pretty complete package. And the nice thing was that all those DLC characters were free, so you just have to buy the game and it comes with everything. So,
which they need to do more in these games for real.
Totally. I mean, like, I don't know about like the cost of stuff like that, because I will say I do understand them charging for like characters in the bigger games, just because like fucking I know you're gonna be like, yeah, they have the money, and they kind of do, but like at the same time, like back in the days for Street Fighter 4, fucking one character was $1 million, and so you have to imagine that's way more these days too. Like Street Fighter,
definitely.
Yeah, I'll pay $6 for a new Street Fighter character. That seems fair.
The price point getting more reasonable is, I think, the thing that helped, because it was just like, but I feel like for like the long, like I think Skullgirls was reasonable about it, as like the people who were also explaining how much it costed and stuff like that back in the day. But like it's just like you run into a situation where it's like, a lot of those older ones were like, you have to buy a season pass, the whole pass, and you get all these characters you don't even want, like, just to stay relevant or whatever, if you wanted one character. Like, and I feel like they've gotten better about it in recent times, but when it's like fucking Melty Blood, it's like, come on, we know it does not cost $1 million to make a Melty Blood character. Come on. Like,
yeah. It does seem like you need to buy the fucking pass for Street Fighter 6, but it's a... How much is it? I'm trying to look. It's $30. So
see, that's the problem. That's what I think is like. It's fine if they do it piecemeal. I'm even fine with them doing insane microtransactions in those games, like for skins and shit. Frankly, because it's just like, yeah, like I'm going to play this game forever. Put some money into it, you know. But like, when it's like locked up like that, and you're like basically held at gunpoint, like. Like, if fucking Guilty Gear Strive had been like, oh, you can't play Testament unless you also buy all these motherfuckers, I would have been like, okay, I'm not buying Testament.
Yeah. I mean, like, for Street Fighter, like, I also understand the, I understand the cost, too, because for here, it's not even just the character, like, they're also adding them to the story mode thing, too.
Right.
Like, yeah, so there's, like, a good amount of stuff. Like, because yeah, like, when they showed Aki, like, they straight up showed, like, the cutscene of, like, you meeting her, and she's all fucked up and mean to you and all that, and she's making you eat poison, and she's like, you're gonna shit yourself and die, and it's like, alright. Oh, I love looking at Steam. New and trending, sex doll simulator.
I'm not gonna blow up his spot, but I'm still thinking during Game of the Year we were like saying how bad Steam was, and Scott was like, "No way." We had to show him in real time how bad it was. Yeah. They're doing that fucking visual novel fest right now, and like most of the things they're advertising for it are Western games, and I'm just like, man, you're letting fucking meat and fuck on Steam now.
The entire kingdom. All right, let's wrap this up with some question. Some question.
Yeah,
you got one question, so let's wrap it up with some question. If you want to sound like this, go to gamesline.tumblr.com/ask, and you'll sound like this. Cello Buster says, or asks, what is the best beverage for replenishing the thirsty gamer? You got to get a big ass water bottle and fill it up with water. And when you run out, you put some more in. You keep sipping. You sip all day. That's the answer. Just drink more water.
I need to drink more water, genuinely. I'm just so bad about it.
That's what I'm saying. You got like listen, you gotta just like, do you have a big ass water bottle?
I do.
Okay, then you need to put that into the rotation. You need to just have
it's here. It's next to me at all times. It's right here. But you know what? Delicious Code Red, I have one, and then I don't do anything for like 8 hours.
Oh my god. Rose, listen.
Yeah.
You gotta take some fucking water into your system. Code Red is...
I'm having some. I wish I could have more. Like, I am going through at least 2 of these waters a day.
Okay, that's good, actually. I mean, I'm sure that you could probably do better, but I mean,
could.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
They gotta make water taste as good as this shit. That's all I'm saying.
I was gonna say, but the thing is what would you say for you is Code Red the best bev for replenishing the thirsty gamer?
It definitely makes me not drink anything for a while. Straight up. Like, if I drink it, like, I'll work through it over the course of like a half hour, like a can or whatever. And then I'll just be fine for like a couple hours.
That
like,
sounds...
my thirst will be gone.
That sounds fucked up if you like start thinking about it too much. Like, I don't know, maybe your body's just like, nah, dog.
My body's like, nah, dog, to a lot of things.
Yeah, I know.
Like. So,
yeah, but
so
still.
like, I feel like it's like I'm already a person who doesn't eat much, right? Or like, and stuff like that. So it's like, I don't know. Like, it's just like, water is the best one, though. I'm going to say it. Even if I would say Code Red for myself, like, water is still the best one just because it's like, if you're like actually gaming, like hardcore, like working with your mind and body, then you should just have water because it'll feel so good.
Here's the thing, though. I have cut down on energy drinks a lot.
Okay.
For over the past like year or so. Like, you know, because my doctor told me, you know, I had the fucking high cholesterol and all that. I don't know if energy drinks are a cholesterol. I don't fucking know. But I still did it anyway. And so what I do is if I am tired during the day, I will buy an energy drink and I will take like 2 sips and then I will leave it there for like 3 hours. And that gets me through it. And then if I start getting tired again, another sip. That's it. And then I bring it home with me because I usually buy them from work because I can get it half off. I get a big old can of Bang. That's what I've been. I either get some Red Bull or Bang. Those are the two that I like. And and so I'll just sip it. Like I took like a single sip before we got on the podcast, because I was like dead fucking tired from work. And like I'm attentive, I am here. I don't feel like fucked up. I don't feel like I'm like ooh, like jittery or something. Like it. I'm like microdosing energy drinks, and like I don't. It's probably not healthy, but it's probably the healthiest way you could do it. I don't know if I should like I don't think I should like recommend this to anyone. Like I'm not going to be like, yes, this is how humanity shall survive is big bottles of water. You get the Yu-Gi-Oh! Rush Duel water bottle that I have that I won from that contest. That's so large I can't put it in like any car drink container. The holsters, whatever the fuck. And then you just keep an energy drink in your fridge and take a single sip of it every couple of hours. That's how I game, I guess.
I respect it.
I had to open this morning, so before I went to work, I took a single sip, and then I worked 8 hours. It got me through all 8 hours. I got home, took another sip, and I podcasted for another like 2 hours. So there you go, I guess. Bang is really good though. The two flavors that I've had are really fucking good. I like it's a wild and watermelon.
All right.
Which yeah, it's just a really good watermelon flavor. And then I gotta look up the fucking. Oh my god! I gotta look up the name of the one that I have in the fridge right now. Blue and yellow limoncello is the one that I'm drinking. It's yeah. These things are fucking 0 calories and sugar free. Apparently, I don't fucking know. I'm not signing off on Bang energy drinks. I don't fucking know anything about that shit. But it tastes great. Like it tastes like I guess a limoncello is like a type of cake. But the drink, it tastes like if someone made cake with Sprite. Like it tastes like a Sprite with like a creamy aftertaste, and it is delicious. I fucking love it. It is so good. Again though, you get that sip. You take a sip and you're good. You know, that's how it is for John. I'm not gonna fucking I'm not gonna fucking go for it, you know? I'm looking at a review here. This person said, if it were more convenient to pick this up, I'd be inclined to work this into my wild and watermelon delish strawberry kiss and key lime pie rotation.
Rotation?
The rotation, I guess, yeah. I don't fucking know. I mean, there was honestly, I think the reason why I'm able to do this with energy drinks is because I am also on like an ADHD medication that keeps me awake. So I think that also helps. But there was a point where I was out of that medication for like a week and they couldn't get me my fucking refill. And I basically had to have an energy drink to get through the day at work. And so I had only tasted the wild and watermelon. And so I was straight up just like going to the other managers and being like we're running low on the watermelon flavor, and shit's gonna get real rough for me if we don't buy some more. Like I was just like that. Like I was just like, y'all, we gotta figure this out. It's rough out. Listen, drink more water, please. Like just don't be like me.
I can't even do energy drinks. I don't know what it is about them. They make me go like, ugh. But everyone else I know like just crushes them.
I don't know. I guess everyone's just looking to getting fucking. No, I'm not gonna make. I'm not gonna make medical advice on here now. No,
We're in a friggin' society that
Oh my God.
encourages it.
Yeah. Oh my God. All right. Yeah. Just drink more water. That is all I can say definitively. Get yourself a big ass water bottle. Try to drink as much of it as you can. But also, if you don't, it's okay. Don't beat yourself up over it. It's all it's always a process. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's always a process. I got that cholesterol in check too. It was like what,
Yeah.
it was like 3 months. And that shit went from like, I don't know if it was like danger level, but it was like the kind of thing where the doctor was just like, you know, and I was like, okay, and then, you know what, I'm good now. So there you go. That's how you do it. You just one step at a time, and get a sandwich with avocado on it every week, because that's what I've been doing. I get
It's pretty good.
Avocado is really good.
I didn't have any growing up at all. And then when I
Me too.
moved out, I finally had some and I was like, Jesus Christ, this is so good.
Yeah, guacamole, excellent.
Yeah. That was the only thing I had for a while was there were a lot of Mexican restaurants, like good Mexican restaurants around me growing up for some reason, and they would make the guacamole like for you at the table or whatever.
Right. See, my problem was I was really slow to trying guacamole and avocado, specifically because like I had tried it previously and I didn't like it, but then I realized the reason why I didn't like it wasn't because of the avocado, it was because they were putting cilantro in the guacamole.
Oh.
And I have the I have the cilantro gene, so
That's
it tastes
happened
like
to
shit.
people I know with other stuff too. Yeah. I think with all food stuff, it's just like a matter of like you really need to try it at least twice in two different contexts before you determine like it's unsalvageable.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm game to try stuff whenever, because like also like the thing is that growing up too, like my mother does not listen to my podcast. I will just say this right here: my mom is a shit cook, horrible. She can make a couple of things pretty good, a lot of stuff horrible. I thought that I just hated steak. You know, like I was like, man, no, I don't want to eat fucking steak. Every time I eat steak, it tasted like no, I don't want to eat a steak. And then like I someone brought me out to like a nice steak restaurant or something, and they were like, John, you gotta have this. And I was like, all right, I'll fucking try it. I was like, this is amazing. What the fuck? And then my mom was overcooking the shit and drenching it in like Kraft Italian seasoning dressing. And I was like, okay, no, that was just, my mom's just insane. She can't cook. Okay, there you go.
Once I took over cooking for my family, it was enlightening. It was really enlightening.
Yeah.
You don't even have to go, like, I know people talk about seasonings and stuff like that. You don't even have to go that far. Like, literally, like, so many people don't even do salt and pepper. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy out there.
All right. Well, that was the food and drink conversation here, I would say. Yeah. If you wanna get us to talk about more fucking food, go to gamesline.tumblr.com/ask. You can send us a question about that, or you can just follow us there. Cause hey, we're a whole ass website about video games. You can follow all of the crazy shit that we're always doing on there. We got our website, gamesline.net. You can listen to old episodes of the podcast. You can read stuff that we've written. You can look at the videos that we do sometimes. You can those are the three like things you can do. I guess the categories. I can't think of another category that we have on there. I don't know. We don't really like do like images. So yeah. We have our Twitter at the Gamesline. We will continue to use it until the site goes down. And yeah, our Tumblr, which I said before. Facebook, facebook.com/Gamesline. YouTube.com/TheGamesline. We have our Twitch, twitch.tv/GameslineTV. Scott's pretty consistently doing stuff on there. I keep thinking about... I keep thinking about doing something, but... I don't know. Just no time.
You and I also aren't huge fans of the stream format.
I don't really like to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're the oldie pre-recorded style gamer.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like I don't mind streaming that much when it's just me. Like I just kind of want to do it by myself.
Yeah, but the group setting does. I'm the same way. Like part of why I don't do a lot of VTubing was the like, oh, you should do collabs, and I'm like, I don't really want to.
Yeah, it's like whenever I'm like, oh, I'll stream something, everyone's like, oh, let me join. I'm just like, I just want to sit. I just want to look at a game. I just want to play. No, I'm good. You know. You can go to patreon.com/gamesline for $3 a month. You get some stuff a week early, and some stuff just in general, you just get it that you wouldn't get otherwise. Because you get Unlimited Railworks, our anime podcast, a whole week early. And then you also get the Clothes Line, which is the wrestling podcast that they're all doing. That I don't keep track of because it's wrestling. I'm sure that
those wild animals.
I'm sure that they'll announce something whenever there's a big event. It's what was SummerSlam happened. I think I don't fucking know.
Sure.
I don't fucking
I also
know.
just I used to watch wrestling and then I tapped out like 10 years ago.
See, the thing is that I watched some wrestling very casually. But all of my friends were very, very in depth with it. I remember they started up a wrestling podcast, and they were like, "John, you do podcasts. Come on with us. Talk about wrestling." And they were going in about the fucking like history, the lore, how like, oh, this guy's doing this because this back deal, and like this is like referencing their old fucking like indie run, and I'm just like, I don't know. I thought that match was kind of cool, I guess, and I thought that was kind of funny, and I thought the rest of it sucked ass, and I just had like nothing to say. Like, I can't keep up with it. I'm sorry. That's just me. But Clothesline, if you can keep up with it, you can go listen to the podcast where they talk about it on there.
Yeah.
And you can go to our Discord server if you type in thegamezone.zone into your web browser, and it'll bring you straight there. You can fucking talk about wrestling in there. There's a whole wrestling channel. You can talk about games. You could talk about anime. You could talk about movies. You could talk about going to sleep, because we are still talking about Pokemon Sleep. And for some reason, the game said I got 4 hours of sleep last night, which is not true at all. Like I slept like 7, so I don't know why it said that I slept 4 hours. It's just wrong sometimes, but it's okay. And thank you to meltchannel/Magic Circuit for the theme song Crush off of the album Magic is Real. If you want to listen to their stuff, it's meltchannel.bandcamp.com or magic-circuit.bandcamp.com. And, Rose, where can people find you?
Over on whatever the hell it's called these days. Twitter, whatever, what have you. Horn Gal. That's like basically it. One of these days I'm going to be doing VTubing again, but until then, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You can find me at
I need to make a trophy page so everyone can see my epic achievements. That's what I need to do. And be like, yeah, go check out my sick achievements.
Sure. And you can find me at JOHN_MICHONSKI on Twitter. And that's it. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll be back next week with another episode of the Gamesline podcast. So long, everybody.